start.
Hello, we are today with Sue Breen. We're going to talk about what she does. She's a clairvoyant medium. We're going to talk about her work and how she's going to do what she does. So, hi Sue, you are a clairvoyant medium, and I saw on your card that you describe yourself as a clairvoyant medium. But could you explain to us a little bit more what you do and what is a clairvoyant, what is a medium? How do you differentiate all this?
Okay. Clairvoyant. I believe in French it's clairseeing.
Yes.
Thank you. So I do get clairvoyancy, which is seeing. I do have hearing, which is clairaudience.
Right.
And clairsentience is the feelings and symptoms people have passed over.
Right.
So, and this has developed over the years. So this is the clairvoyant side of it. The medium side of it is connecting directly with spirit.
Right.
So the way that I work is I normally have ladies on one side of me and gents on the other.
Okay.
Right. And they can give me the symptoms that they pass with. They can also give me symptoms people that are still here.
Right. Oh, okay, no problem. And how long have you been doing it? How did it come about? How did you feel that you were sensing those things? And how did you get interested into it?
Well, since I've been a very small child, I used to see spirit, hide away from them as well.
Right.
Okay. Actually, I used to put my head in the corner behind the back door of the house because I just didn't want to see them anymore.
Right.
My earliest memory was I was actually still in my cots as a baby, and I remember seeing somebody coming towards me, a gentleman. I put my hand out, and my hand went straight through theirs, right? Literally straight through theirs. But I have to say as well that my family at the time were very sceptical.
Right. So you don't really come from a background where it was common conversation around those things?
Not at all, not at all.
Right.
And as I've gone through life, it's just gradually, built up. I understand the way they work with me because I feel that the blending that came in, the understanding that came in was very, very strong.
Right.
And I have to say I've tried pulling away from spirit, excuse me, I've tried pulling away from spirit quite a few times and I just keep being drawn back into it now.
Right. So when you discovered it, you got interested into it, you tried to develop what you were sensing, you just tried to work on it, how did you develop what your abilities?
Well, I've got to say it was a natural, looking for the word, progression.
Right.
It was a natural progression that took place.
Mm-hmm.
I've been involved in 4 different circles.
Right.
Through my life.
Okay, alright, okay.
Right. Sort of waiting for people, or yes, waiting for people to tell me how I can develop.
Okay.
The longest circle that I ever stayed in was 6 weeks. Because every time I went to a circle, I felt as if they weren't teaching me anything that I didn't already know.
Okay.
Okay. So I stepped right back from circles and I lived life. And I just accepted what was coming through. And I have to say, with mediums, with myself especially, it's a never-ending process that you're learning all the time.
Absolutely.
All the time.
Yeah.
But I do take my responsibility seriously, and I will not give something to somebody that I feel will be offensive.
Right. Okay. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So, how do you work these days? So, do you do essentially fairs? Do you work from home, or?
I do. Yes. Well, I work from home. I work through fairs. I do demonstrations. I do group, readings, psychic parties. I do all sorts of things. I've done charity evenings. I like doing charity evenings because somebody else is going to work on it as well, so it will help.
And that's one important side of your work,
yes.
also to give something And that's what drew you to doing what
Yes.
you're doing.
I think a lot of it as well is that with the work that I do, it's to give people comfort and closure
Right.
after losing somebody to spirit. So when they come forward and they've passed the message across, although most people tend to cry, it's tears of happiness, not sadness.
Okay.
Right? And that I feel is one of the best gifts that you can ever give to anyone.
Right.
Just for them to know that their husband, their wife, their sister, their brother, their mother, father, you know, is stepping forward and is still working with them, walking with them.
Right. That's very good. So how would you describe a typical session if somebody came to see you in a fair, for example, or at home? How would you describe a typical session? The person comes to see you, do they just sit down? Do you ask them anything? Do you need any information?
When people ring and ask if they can book an appointment,
Right.
when they first come in, I normally say to them, have you had a reading done before?
Right. Okay.
Right? And if it's a yes, it's fine, because then you understand the workings of how this works with you.
Okay.
Right? If they say no, then I will just explain to them that I do have ladies that come in on the left-hand side and I have gentlemen that come in on the right-hand side. They can give me their symptoms that they've passed through, they can also give me symptoms of people who are still here.
Right.
Okay? I will also explain to them as well that a connection or link, a connection would be if I was doing a reading with you,
Right.
connection is somebody that was linked to you, direct connection. Another link is somebody outside of possibly the family or distant relative or friends that are stepping forward. I just give what I give. When they step forward and they give me a message, then I will just give the message as it comes forward.
Okay.
I try not to ask any questions because I like to work with spirit on 100% level.
Right.
Right? So I trust that what they are giving me is correct. So when I do the readings, I do say to them, can you just verbally say yes or no if I ask you, do you understand?
Okay.
Right? Because the link, I feel, with the client's voice is very important to them to their people that have passed to the other side. It makes it a much stronger link.
Okay. But can people ask you questions? Do you prefer to have questions afterwards then? And can they ask you questions? Right. And you just relay those questions directly to the link that you've got?
That's right.
Okay.
And just give the answers that the link is giving me.
Right. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for this, and I'm looking forward to seeing you working. Thank you so much.
Very much.